Hey, what's up? Dust the Viking here. We've got another ghost teaser for Phasmophobia. Looks like we've got another The Ghost lined up here. So it seems like we're going to be going into more of the cinematic universe like we did with the twins. Probably moving away from the standard mythological stuff, which is fine. Cinematic ghosts are arguably cooler anyway. Now, this teaser is a little bit more interesting than some of their previous ones. I think they've just been learning from how we decipher this stuff and have put together a teaser clue this time that still has a context clue, but not a very strong one, and have blurred the rest out. So it'll probably take us more than, 15 to 30 minutes of speculation to figure this one out, while still giving us something to kind of work with. So let's get started in figuring this one out. Now, spoiler alerts, if you haven't been able to tell yet by the description, I don't have this one figured out yet, and I'm going to throw it to you all to kind of help discern this one in the comments section. So, again, we have the twins, and we have one context clue. Let's start with that first. We'll get to the context clue later. All right, so as far as the name goes, up here, I can't really make too much out except for maybe an F, right? Maybe an F right here, and then maybe a T, and then maybe a letter E here, and I don't know, maybe a letter A here or something. It could also be the fake. Let's call it the fake, just arbitrarily for fun. And I don't know what this little it's a letter F that is dabbing. So let's for now leave that at, well, I'll just leave it there so you all can see it. We'll call it the fake. All right, now as far as what the fake does, it's an elusive and mysterious. Ooh, and it's a ghost. And it has traits and behaviors. Uh, and then Ghost Gak. Or this could be Ghoul for all, but it's probably Ghost. So yeah, this is nothing right here. They've literally given us no contextuals at all. Which again, I feel like they've learned how we decipher this stuff and have taken everything away. Now, normally I would be like, wow, this is kind of a non-teaser here at this point, but it's not, because of the one context clue they've left us. Also, be careful. Yeah, they also say the Wraith is the most dangerous ghost in the game, so this means nothing. I'm just gonna block this out. It doesn't mean anything. It's nonsense. So we have a strength. Now for the context clue. You ready for this? Weakness, something, 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 ghost orbs. And then look down at the evidence here. You will notice there are no ghost orbs. It's not like the Obake, where it's stingy with its fingerprints, or it leaves a weird fingerprint. This ghost does something with ghost orbs, even though it has no ghost orbs in its evidence. So, ooh, a context. Now, how do we use that context clue with the other stuff? We go back up here, and all of a sudden, elusive and mysterious suddenly means something. And ghost orb is an evidence that doesn't belong to this ghost, so all of a sudden, traits and behaviors mean something. So it's the traits and behaviors and possibly evidence. Well, this would be a trait. Evidence would be a trait. Of other ghosts. Ooh, so maybe the fake is a little bit more on par here. After, it's probably not the fake. I'm just nicknaming it that for now because I actually don't know. I can't figure out what this one is at all. Honestly, it might be the fate. It might be something completely different. That might not be an F. Again, that's something I'm kind of curious what you all speculate on. But there's something else here, too. It looks like this is probably the word several. And this is definitely reports right here. So we probably have several reports, something, something, ghost orbs. And this is probably sightings or sighted, something like that. And then something else. So we basically know that there's something going on with ghost orbs. This ghost does it, but it's not going to be an evidence type. So it's faking ghost orbs as a trait or behavior, but you can't just have ghost orbs in the room. There's got to be something else going on here. And the other thing is that this is a weakness, not a strength. For the shade, the fact that it doesn't give away its evidence very quickly, that's a strength because it makes it harder to figure out. This is a weakness, so this is a tell. This gives this ghost away. So it will create ghost orbs, but there's something off about these ghost orbs. They're not your standard ghost orbs. And it could be that we're seeing multiple ghost orbs in the room. It's like, oh, wow, you normally only see one at a time. Maybe one and then sometimes a secondary, although recently I think we only see one at a time. So maybe there would be like 2 to 3 ghost orbs in a room. Maybe we'll see ghost orbs in multiple rooms at a time, which means that we'll have to set up multiple cameras. So it's like, hey, I've got a ghost orb in the bedroom. Wait a second, I've also got ghost orbs in the kitchen. It's a fake. It's the fake. So it's going to be something like that, or the ghost orbs will be a different color, or, behaviorally or visually, there will be something off about this ghost orb. But if you're not being astute at first glance, you might mistake it for actual, just a plain old ghost orb, which could throw people off that like to open up with no flashlight and just use the night vision camera to get in on the site. Which is interesting. This adds a little bit more depth to the game, so that's kind of cool. And again, let's go back to this with the elusive and mysterious is just really highlighting that it's going to be hard to track. It's going to appear to be places that it's not. Ooh, mysterious. And then something else that is a synonym for elusive and mysterious. And man, doesn't that look like thief? It's probably not. But it could be. This could also be the thief, right? That could be a thing there. And then, traits and behavior. It's obviously faking the traits and behaviors of others' ghosts, but not perfectly, right? There's going to be something off. There's going to be a bit of a tell here. And this is good luck on figuring. I don't know what any of this is here. Ghost age? Ghost something. And then the strength is just there. We have no idea what the strength is, right? No indicator whatsoever. So that's really all I have, is just the ghost orbs, and that lines up with the context of being mysterious and elusive and all that other stuff, and that it's faking or stealing traits and behaviors from other ghosts, and that it's a spirit box, fingerprints, and freezing temps. These can help tell the story of the ghost, but they don't give any clues to the actual identity of the ghost, kind of like with the Hantu. The Hantu is a freezing ghost. That didn't give us any evidence toward figuring out that it was a Hantu, but it does help us flesh out like a story of its behavior. Because the Hantu is a hot weather ghost. It lives in deserts, arid areas, things where the temperature is high. But one of its traits is freezing temperatures, and it moves faster while it's cold. Well, what could that mean? That paints the picture that the Hantu is like actually living off the warmth. It's consuming the heat. And when it's in a house or a cabin or whatever, it is consuming the heat and dropping the temperature in there, and that's why it's cold. And when it is cold, it moves faster because it's hungry. So anyway, that's pretty much it for this one. I'm going to throw it out to you in the comments section. Tell me what you think, if anything comes to mind, if any movies with any ghost names that might fit the fake or the fate, or maybe it's not an F. Maybe you think this is something else here entirely. I'll zoom way in on it for you. Who knows what it really is? The shadow knows. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video. We'll see you in the comments section, really.